Hey guys, so I am straightening my hair. I think I'm not gonna wear my natural hair curly anymore. I don't know. But anyways, I came to give you guys an update on nursing school. So if you looked at the thumbnail, you saw that my grades are posted. I just finished session 1. And so in session 1, I had what were the classes? I'm sorry. I had fundamentals of nursing, health assessment, and professional role formation 1. So I am about to go into session 2 starting Monday. And I just wanted to give you guys an update. So we're finished. I made an A in professional role formation 1. I made a B plus in health assessment, and then a B in fundamentals of nursing care. Super excited that the first session is over. So just 5 more sessions to go. Halfway through this. So basically, if you don't know, hey Jason, I'm just giving an update. I just finished session 1 of nursing school. So I just finished my first 3 classes. I got an A, a B plus, and a B. So excited to be done with that first session because it was a lot. So the next session I have mental health, nursing, population health, and then professional role formation 2. That starts on Monday. Yes, thank you so much. I'm so glad to be done though. The finals were kind of stressful. But I did pretty well on them. They don't round in this program. So I needed a 90 on my final. I got an 88. I was crushed. And the reason why I said I needed a 90 is because I had an 89.93 in the class. And I needed a 90 for it to boost that little 0.05%. Or 0.07%, I'm sorry. And I got an 88 instead. But I'm just so happy to be done. I don't care at this point. I like A's, but a B plus isn't bad either. And I'm not going to be too hard on myself either. So, I am from Georgia. I'm yapping about, if you've seen the title, I'm yapping about nursing school. Anyways, you don't have to join if you don't care about nursing school or care about the update. Anyways, I have, like I said, I have mental health nursing next. And then I have, thank you, Jason. Exactly. I had an 89.93. I'm like, really? And I want to say they kind of cheated me because on my validations, they said I got a 96, and I have the page, and I have the paper and everything where I had to sign that I got a 96. They uploaded a 94, and I asked the professor about it, and she was like, oh, I think the professor that graded it gave you half points or some hoopla. So it is what it is. Right. Literally less than 1/10 of a point. Literally. So I'm like, okay, well, that's the game they're playing. The biggest thing that I'll say is, like, I'm glad that I did extremely well in the beginning, because when it came to finals, you have to, so your average grades, your average test grades, it doesn't matter about your assignments or your actual grade in the class. Your average test grade has to be a 75 or above. So to keep a 75 or above for my test grades, I literally had to get like a 42 because I had done so well on my test. So like now I know, like, moving forward, I am going to make sure I bust in the beginning, like do extremely well. So like when it comes down to the finals, I don't have to stress, because there were people that were saying that they need 94s on the final. And I'm like, if you haven't made over an 80 on any of these tests, there's a very slim chance you would be able to make a 90 or something on the final. What is the secret to be beautiful like you? Oh, thank you. I'm just me. I don't know. I don't really do anything. I need to get a skincare routine, but I appreciate the compliment. So, yeah. I'm just glad this semester is over because they said that this one was one of the hardest semesters ever. So, glad it's just over. And next is mental health. I'm going back to work on Monday, so thank you. I'm going back to work on Monday, so I'll have to balance school and work and obviously my family that I have. But I'm glad to be making more money again because it's hard out here not working. My job was super cool to let me work part-time, so like I said, I'm glad to be going back because things are expensive when you see your beautiful face. Thank you. But yeah, the biggest thing I can say is that I am so happy because I will be done at the end of August with nursing school. And I cannot wait. Can't wait. But yeah, I'm looking forward to mental health. I only have 2 labs this semester, and that's in population health and mental health. And they're only 2 days. And then I have clinicals. So I have clinicals in hospice, and then I have clinicals in obviously behavioral health. Some people are doing home health for their behavioral health thing, but I'm doing, I get to be in the ER, which is great because I love ER. I know. I know. It will go fast. It's already going fast. First of all, it's almost Thanksgiving. So like my kids are on fall break, and I didn't even know, like when we moved to Georgia, I had no idea about certain breaks, but they're on fall break. So they're off for a whole week and they can basically do whatever. They're off. So they have fall break, then they have Thanksgiving break, and then they have Christmas break, and then they have winter break, and then they have spring break, and then they have summer break. They have so many breaks. So this week they're on whatchamacallit? They're on fall break. So we all get a little break. That's what it seems like. But yeah, I'm extremely happy. Just a few more. But when it comes to December, so all my semesters are only 7.5 weeks. So with that being said, yeah, teachers get all kinds of breaks. They do. I know. I'm like, did I go into the wrong profession? But then they do have to worry about, they have to deal with those kids all year round. And I'm like, ugh. And they had, like, this year, they had to go back to work around, July this year. I was like, what? It's pretty insane. But anyways, yeah, teachers do get all the, what I could do too, Jason? I could do, school nurse because they get the same breaks. They don't do nothing but sit around. That's like easy. And it's with the county benefits or state benefits actually. But the kids are like never in school nowadays. But I guess growing up we were always in school. Oh, your sister, she's a school nurse? That's awesome. Yeah, no, I'm like, and what's funny is like they have like substitute nurses, school nurses too. I didn't even know that was a thing, but I guess nurses do call out, so they have to have substitutes. I never even thought about that, but I guess that's something that I could also do like as a little side thing too. Once I get she gets paid good. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, that's something that I could probably do on the side if I end up working, because I'm thinking about working like a night shift, because when I was an EMT, I worked nights and I loved it. She's been doing it for about 10 years. Nice. Is there supposed to be smoke off my hair? I mean, it's not burning, if that's what you're concerned about. I mean, this is hot. So, yeah, I'm thinking about doing that as a side hustle. Work night shift. I want to do ER just because I already have that emergency background. I might want to do ER or ICU, but I'm leaning toward ER. I like fast paced. I like, you know, I like different things, seeing different things, helping people in different situations. Being on the floor isn't bad, but I don't know if that's where I need to be. I don't know if that's where I want to be either. So we'll see. But being a school nurse is could be a good little side hustle. That, and then pediatrics, I don't know. I'm not worried about the parents. Parents can be the absolute worst, and obviously it's their child, right? And I get that because I have children, but I don't know if it's because, when people don't understand where I would want to be in peds. But I don't know until I do my peds rotation. So when I do my peds, I'll probably have a better answer for you. Be like, oh yeah, I actually liked it instead. Now, I have friends that they went to peds because we used to work in oncology together. I know I cannot do peds oncology. I just can't see sick kids like that. I can't do that. Now, maybe a pediatric ER nurse, maybe. I'm thinking that. But I do like a lot of trauma. So, like, at the peds hospital and the ER, a lot of trauma doesn't go there. You say you couldn't do, yeah, I couldn't do the cancer patients, like the kids' cancer patients. I'm like, that just takes a real special nurse to do something like that. I would probably be in shambles, and it takes a lot for me to get to be in shambles. So yeah, that would probably send me. I don't like seeing sick kids like that. But ER, I probably could do ER there. Now that we're talking, we'll see. I guess I'll have to see once I get to my peds rotation. And I'm really good with kids. I love kids. It's just the parents. The parents are the problem. The parents. Yeah, I'm enjoying nursing school so far. I really thought it would be much harder, especially being an accelerated program and an online program. My sister didn't realize that there is no lecture in my program. So like you have to literally read everything by yourself. You're teaching yourself everything. And I was explaining that to her yesterday, and she was like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, there's nobody there to teach us. You have to teach everything. So the fact that I realized, like, okay, like I can do this is amazing, especially since they say that this was the hardest semester. So hopefully that it'll be a breeze. You're definitely a special person to do. Oh, thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. No, I think I've just been outside of my calling for so long, and then like I realized like I could have done this a long time ago, and I've stopped myself from doing it. But I knew I would always go and do it, but I think I was just delaying myself. I kept telling myself, oh, you'll do it then, you can do it then. But I always wanted to at least try, because I don't want to ever regret that I didn't try to go to nursing school. And I'm not regretting it at all. It's expensive, and I have to pay out of pocket for it, but it's worth it. So far it is worth it. So I am looking forward to the next. Now, my current job, I already work in mental health. So I work from home. I work with United Health Group. And I take calls from providers. Yes, the sky is the limit. I work from home and I talk to providers all day. So I hear all types of cases literally all day, every day. So it'll be interesting. I think that it'll be a good semester for me because I'm very familiar with just the process of, I do mostly inpatient rehab, like with substance abuse too. So I'm very familiar with, different diagnoses, medications, treatment plans, and stuff like that. So it should be good. And then population health, dealing with hospice patients. The only time I've ever had to deal with them is if they were like transitioning from the hospital to going to like to home for hospice, or to like an inpatient hospice place. And I was only transporting them in the ambulance. Thank you, Jason. I really hope I do. I think, like they said this one's an easier. So that's why I'm going back to work too. Because I'm like, well, I feel like I could manage it. Plus, I was able to see with my busy schedule, like I had time. So I think that it's definitely time to go back and make some money, because this economy is a hot mess, to be honest. It's a hot freaking mess. So job stability is where it's at. Medical field definitely is where it's at. Well, for me at least. So yeah. How have you been doing? How have you guys been doing? I know it's been crazy all over the place. Things were shut down. We had, well, we're in Georgia, but we had that hurricane a couple weeks ago. That kind of screwed us over too. Because when the hurricane came, they canceled our tests, and then they doubled up our tests. It was a hot mess. And I think there's like a couple of hurricanes coming. So I only have the next couple of days off. Doing great. Working my butt off. I bet. Make that money. Make that moolah. Yep. I only have until Monday off. That hurricane was absolutely nuts. My family lives in Florida as well. So I was in a whole bunch of our friends. I grew up in Orlando. So right now I'm in Atlanta. So I was like, okay, everybody okay? Hi. Hi, NFT. Yeah, the hurricane was crazy. Well, the one that had hit Georgia a couple weeks ago, Atlanta is so weird. Like, the draining system is so bad. It was just random floods in the city. Random places. I'm right outside Philadelphia. Philadelphia. That is hilarious. I don't want to call it that, but I might call it that. Maybe if I meet somebody from Philly, I'm gonna be like, "You from Philadelphia?" They're gonna be like, "What?" Philadelphia. Did y'all get any remnants of our hurricane or rain? I know sometimes y'all be getting it too. I'm like, dang, it be going all the way up there. I'm like, you from Philadelphia? And I'm going to say it fast so they won't even know. Like, what? Yeah, you from Philly. I'm sorry, Philly. I'm going to mess with them. I'm like, no, I have permission to call it that. Little bit of rain and wind, not too much. Oh, okay. Yeah, the wind was bad. But when that hurricane came, now there are some storms that come and like you can hear the wind whistling, like howling. And I slept like a baby. I was like, was there really a hurricane that came? Because I didn't hear anything, and I'm a light sleeper. So you say you give me permission. I'm okay. I'm going to say, no. My friend Jason, he said I can call it that. Philadelphia. But yeah, I'm going to chill out this weekend. You see, I already got my beer. I actually need to get some more. I'm drinking the Oktoberfest, which is really good. That was my first time having it. And very good. Yep, I'm originally from New York. I'm from Harlem. Philadelphia. That done made my day. I'm from Philadelphia. As if New York is even better. Like, because I'm from the city. I'm not from upstate. I'm from the city. And it's a mess up there. It's a hot mess up there. It's gotten better. Because every time I go to visit, I'm like, oh, it's gotten a little cleaner. A little cleaner. Still rats everywhere, but it's getting better. I don't know if it'll ever. Oh, I'm from Harlem, so it's not really a borough. So Manhattan Island. Growing up, people used to ask me if I was from an island. I used to tell them Manhattan. People used to get so annoyed with me. Like, are you from the islands? I'm like, yeah, Manhattan. Like, really? Like, technically it is. Now, if you're asking me Caribbean, then no. But you asked me if I was from the islands. I'm goofy like that, though. But yeah. Oh. Upper East Side, moving on. Okay. Yep, 130th and St. Nick. 5 blocks from the Apollo. Most of my family still live there. We were the only ones to move from New York. So everybody, except for one of my aunts. One of my aunts, she had been living in Maryland forever already. So, but yeah, everybody lives in New York. On both sides of my family. Now, my husband, he's from Florida, and all of his family, most of his family, I'll say that, not all, most of his family live in Florida still. Some of them are scattered about. I was quoting, I know what you meant. Moving on up to the east side. I knew exactly what you were saying. We finally got a piece of the pie. Jason, I caught you. Trust me. We finally got a piece of the pie. Yep. I haven't been to New York in like 6 years. 7 years. But I need to go soon because my kids have never been. That's the reason why too. But my kids have never been. And I would like them to. They always ask me about New York. I know. My family always asks me. They're like, when you coming up here? I'm like, not anytime soon. I'm like, what? Most of them don't do nothing. So it's like, what am I going up there for? Now, I'm going to show my kids, like, you know, the sights and everything. I want to show my kids, you know, obviously, New York and everything, the sights, because they're curious. They were born here in Atlanta. So... well, I'm almost done. Thanks for joining my live today, everyone. Thank you, Jason. It was good catching up with you. I will probably be on next week. If I don't get on Friday, I might get on Friday. I don't know yet. But I might get on next week too. Just to update and catch up, because I don't go out anymore because every day I'm studying. So tonight I'm gonna watch some TV because I'm free. Free at last, free at last. All right. Anyways, it was good talking and catching up. No problem. Good luck and be safe. Yes, be safe, honey. I will. You have a good night too. I'm not 20 years old. I'm 33. You have a good night. Stay blessed.